go. It's been like how long? Almost a week. Life comes at you fast. I've been getting addicted to Fate, seeing as the remaster's coming out soon. I'm hoping they don't fuck around with it, do the body type shit again. Oh, I mean, there's not much to censor out of those games, I don't think, but you can inject like stupid shit like the body type. So I'm hoping they don't do that shit. And if not, I still got the other games. They fire. I was thinking about doing 2 hours of this and then maybe throwing up another stream of Fate. Just fucking around on that. I know people are probably not gonna watch that. But it gives me something to do with the channel, I guess. Yeah, Mega Love Mania got announced that they're throwing their alpha out there soon. And I'm still wondering how I'm going to stream the D Dinosaur game. Well, I could throw up the age barrier thing for sure. They say there's nothing really bad in that game. It's just super suggestive. So I don't know. I don't want to nuke my channel just because of a dumb little VN game. Hey Andrew. Hey Slurf. That or I find another place to like upload it onto, but I'd like to do it as a live stream too. Because if it's just me and the visual novel, it's just gonna be awkward. Well, maybe. I mean, it's awkward when I have other people watching me play it, but it's just gonna be awkward in general. Hey Ocean. Sorry about last time. I'll try not to make so much with the suggestive jokes. Yeah, don't let you know who influence you. Dude just comes in here to rock the boat on all the Snoot Wani streams, and I don't appreciate it. Hey Hoshin, seeing as you're here, what do you think would happen if I were to stream the D Dinosaur game on YouTube? Would I get banned? Because I think that's what's going to happen. And I don't know if I could just throw it over to Rumble where my whole VN archive is. Yeah, this is a good Christian chat. And even then, even before D Dinosaur, I still got like a whole backlog to get through. We got well, we just did the Snoot Jam. We're going through this mod. There's other mods on the workshop too that I want to check out. And then there's devlog, and then there's the revamped Snoot Encore demo, which luckily I don't have to read, seeing as it's all voiced. It's not as suggestive as it looks. It's not that much worse than the not safe for work stuff. And Snoot and Wani, it's just the rate that it comes out at. There's a lot. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a stream on it, but I'm gonna throw like the age barrier up just to cover my tracks. All right. There we go. Oh no, Wani Gemu. I think this is where we left off. Alright. Olivia and I wake up, having both slept a very long time. This time, I make us breakfast, albeit under her supervision. Actually, let me do something. Seeing as the new apartment and all, I'm gonna close my door so people don't, like, listen in. So I'll be right back. There we go. I had to bring the fan in here too. There's still like a gap under the door, so I don't know, every little bit helps. It's just these walls are made of paper. Chat exploded. It's already banned in Germany. We Germans don't like big titty dino girls. Didn't that game come out in, what was it? Fuck, what was it, the Netherlands? I forget where that game was based off of, so it's crazy how just Germany just nukes it. It pushes the edge, but there's no nipples or anything. Well, I'll stream it eventually. Hey, Dr. Coconut. That tracks with how German potato salad tastes. Eat the drywall. To be fair, American Del potato salad has a kind of weird sweet taste. Okay. Anyways, did I read that? Oh, yes, restart the music. Okay. We feast on sausage, bacon, eggs, and toast, and also what's left of the sweet, sugary cereal I haven't touched for most of the week. Hunger sated, we spend the next few hours just enjoying what little time we have left together before Damien arrives to take her home. We're playing the game that had set this whole week off, Time Squatters 3. This time we're doing the campaign on co-op. Aside from yesterday, did this week give you the break you needed? It did. I didn't know how badly I needed it. Now I miss being with the Pains. I'm sure Vinny will be glad to have you back. Yeah, I miss watching Power Raptors with him. Makes me feel kind of selfish for taking this vacation away from them. Sometimes we just need a break. You will be happier with them now, I bet. Honestly, D-Dinosaur gets boring and repetitive after a while. That's sad. We went trigger happy with Left 4 Dead 2 until a couple years ago. Yeah, you got that game now. We defeated the area boss and then moved on to the next level. She pauses at the game. Well, what's up? I know I just said I miss the Pains, but I also don't want to go back. Trust me, Olivia, you don't want to keep living in this dump. I worry about you constantly when we're outside. It's probably just a matter of time before we start getting on each other's nerves. Am I getting on your nerves? No, but I am surprised I'm not getting on your nerves. Well, you are still kind of a slob. You're starting to make me feel like a live-in maid around here. See, there you go. I knew you'd find something to be annoyed with. Trust me, you'll feel better getting away from this slob. As in Damien show up at around noon 30, and he's not with them this time. I put her beanbag in the trunk, and Damien puts her things in the back seat. A good week, all in all? Yeah, it was. So are you two gonna stop pretending you're not a couple now? Maybe. If Loverboy here stops acting so awkward around girls. I can't come up with a clever retort. You guys are cute together. I'll let you say your goodbyes now. He gets into the passenger side with a clatter of spent soda cans. I'm gonna miss you. I'll see you again on Monday. She reaches for me. The apartment feels weirdly empty now. For being some tiny, shitty studio apartment, it suddenly feels too large. She'd only been with me a week, yet now it was hard to imagine life without her. Void of any other occupants, my place even feels a little spooky now. Every small noise, whether a muffled outside noise or some random creaking from the neighbors, feels too loud. I know how that feels. And the quiet moments between felt too eerie. I surprised myself by sitting on the bed and just staring at the wall. I'm even more surprised when I check my phone and see that an hour has passed. Maybe I could text her. My thumbs find her in my contacts and then hover over the keyboard. I stare down, not knowing what to say, and before I know it, 5 minutes have passed. I put my phone away and try to play some video games. When I can't get back into the one Olivia and I were playing, I pop in another. And another. And another. And... what the hell? When did video games feel more boring than doing nothing? I get on my computer and try for some old-fashioned shitposting, but my muse is asleep. Lying back in bed, I try to zone out to anything on Usenet, but again, mind-numbing boredom and loneliness find me. I settle for covering my face with a spare jacket and just staring at blackness. Then I realized the jacket was the one she had worn for fun at some point during her stay. She had a cute look in it with her Gigadeath shirt underneath. Her scent is thick on it. It's soothing. My phone buzzes and I sit ramrod straight. Hey, Robert. Yeah, but it was blocked until I had to unblock it for some reason. Even Gabe is saving me from harm. I really can't wait to see the Inko reveal arc in this. Fang is still hanging out with Trish and trying to make Verm drama work. Actually, I'm in top chat. Hold on. Controller's still vibrating. I'm wondering how Fang is doing. Probably badly, but no worse than if Anon never showed up. There we go. I wonder why that was censored. She's texting me. Live long. Hey. How are you? I feel like I'm gonna explode. Oh shit, what did she mean by that? Was she angry or sad? Was she wanting to explode on Damien again? Why? Randy got us pizza from a place called Dynamo's to celebrate me coming home. He even got me an entire large pizza piled high with anchovies. You ate the entire thing, didn't you? You know it. And some breadsticks for dessert. Why am I not surprised? Told you not to feel guilty for me buying us groceries. No kidding, my ass is too broke to feed you. So what are you doing now? Lying in bed, rubbing my belly. Everything cool with your family? Yep, it's almost like it didn't happen last week. Vinny was ecstatic to see me again, and me and Damien are getting along. I'm relieved to hear that. So you guys are talking to each other more now. You've seen us talking during lunch this week, right? Yeah, you guys have been a lot more talkative with each other lately. I was just worried is all. Well, worry no more. Things are better now. That's wonderful. I hope for her sake it stays that way. So what are you doing? Trying not to lose my mind from boredom. It's a long pause, long enough that I worry she lost interest. Then she sends me another message. Are you saying you miss me? God, yes, I want to tell her that it's maddening without her. Phone's acting up. There we go. That's maddening without her around, and that I don't know how I'll go on without her. I type out a long response. Delineating all of my feelings for her. I read and reread it enough times to feel embarrassed by it. I delete the whole thing and give her a very truncated response. Yeah. Now I'm staring at the live long as typing message in anticipation. Minutes pass, and just imagining her furiously typing a long response is causing the fluttery sensation in my chest to intensify. Then I realized she must have been staring at her own phone the same way while I was typing out something. And knowing that makes it seem very conspicuous that I took an age just to type a 4-letter response. That too further intensifies the feelings in my chest and my stomach. Finally, she responds. Ditto. I'm chuckling at the release of emotion. We end up texting each other long into the night. All this drama and emotional things, and all I can think is Inko is going to have a hell of a wake-up call if he doesn't die. And I'm really doing the oh fuck, did Olivia wear this? I think Fang and the Goodbye Volcano High crew don't exist due to copyright. Something like that. Caveman on can use Anon and other paid products because they created him, but not any Snook characters who are based off Goodbye Volcano High, yeah. Goodbye Volcano High characters are still copyrighted. Snook Game is a glorified fanfic when you get right down to it, yeah. I'm surprised that Co-op doesn't want to continue Goodbye Volcano High stuff. Like, that's gonna be the... If they, like, accept it, that's gonna be their moneymaker. It's probably because they don't want to put in the work of tweening their fucking character shits again. And getting the voice actors. What they really should do is just double down on the legends and lore stuff. And actually make, like, a legitimate RPG out of it. They can make it as woke as they want. The Snoot people are gonna... The Snoot fandom's gonna eat that shit up anyways. But it's all about, no, we don't want fascist money. It's so stupid. Co-op's gonna go bankrupt. Speaking of, let's take bets. When do you think Co-op's gonna go out of business? Unless they're literally still, like, funded by the Canadian government. To, like, keep them afloat. That'd be hilarious. They just never die. They just continuously siphon fucking Canadian tax dollars. Already used Stella and Rosa in another mod. Nothing is stopping me from using Snoop characters. Oh yeah, I remember that. Never thought I'd be so glad it was Monday. I'd woken up before my alarm went off this morning. The dream I was having was about Olivia. We had a house of our own, much bigger than my apartment, but it connected to the school via a door. And we ate pizza for lunch. It had been a weird but pleasant dream. It had been a weird but pleasant dream I was sorry to wake up from, but now I was here, and at any moment I'd see her in the distance. I'm struggling today. It's been almost a week. I apologize. I'm fumbling the bag so hard. Why does anyone even watch me? Like me, she had arrived early. The sensation in my chest at seeing her smile with me with such wide, bright eyes is indescribable. No, there is a word for it. Though I dare not speak it, nor even think it. We have 20 minutes before first period, sitting next to her in the common area where I'd once sat feeling sorry for myself. We share that time together. A lot of things are going to go bankrupt without USAID. Was that actually... I wonder if that was actually funding Co-op, because I know Canadian tax dollars were funding it. Co-op literally has autism gold in their hand, but yet they refuse. Yeah, they could... Like, what's wrong with taking fascist money? You're essentially making your mortal enemy more poorer. You're depriving them of their own money. But I guess it only matters when you're fucking freezing bank accounts and shit. Then they want fascist money. Just got back from walking the dog. What happened? We're just shit-talking co-op. That's wokeism for you. The Purge. We watch you because you're a spurg. At least that's why I do. I know I'm a spurg. I'm retarded, and I know it. Shit, better get to PE before Solly tears me a new asshole. Try not to get creamed too hard in dodgeball. Hey, I dodge those red Hadoukens better than your kind dodges meteors. She laughs hard enough to turn a few heads. There's murmurs from the other students about the token human and the differently abled girl. At one time, they might have bothered me. Now it just feels flattering to know that people acknowledge the fact that she and I are together. In gym, I feel a new kind of energy that isn't just from the breakfast Olivia taught me how to make for myself. I'm able to keep pace with Damien for once. We chat throughout our run around the track, mainly about our experiences with girls. It feels like being someone else for a moment, and while we're running that inspiration strikes me. A new idea to give Christy for something to do for Olivia. I almost forgot who Christy was. It's been so long. Oh no, we got the sad music. When you haven't groomed your students for like 5 minutes, you get sad. Like that day nearly 2 months before, I double time it from PE to AP art before anyone else can show up, even Olivia. My mood is shattered the moment I see Christy, her face downcast. None of the stragglers from the first period see her. It was as though she had waited until their backs were turned to drop her guard, and I walked in on that moment. Christy? Yes, Mr. Moose? You asked me to tell you if I had any other ideas for Olivia. Did I? Yes. Sorry, Anna, you just caught me at a bad moment is all. You alright? I'll be fine, I just get like this sometimes. You ever have one of those moments where you look at your life and wonder where it went wrong? Sometimes, yeah. They get worse as you get older. Just looking at the picture of Vitakin. Sorry, do you mind if we discuss this in private? No? We're going to the back room. She led me through a door that I always thought led to a closet, but inside it's much bigger than I would have guessed. I'd hear the first arrivals of the next period on the other side of the door. Honestly, I consider myself woke, but there are those woke who even look down, that I even look down on. Pork puts hands on shoulder. We're all autistic here. I don't understand it either. It's not like they're a business and need money, and as if they make new content with Goodbye Volcano High, which they have not planned anyways. I mean, they're kind of like doing it. They did make the Fang plush, which I guess that's good. I mean, they want to like profit off of it, but they don't want to like continue any like actual content. They're taking like the laziest route to do it. It's kind of sad. Autism strong with this one. Best MILF has arrived. She can go, I'm okay. Oh boy, grooming time. Oh no. Victor, you need to be silent. I'm sorry, it's just that I happened to look at Idakin's picture just now. I don't know if you noticed, but it was somewhere else in the first week of the year. Then I moved it because I felt like he was looking at me. I bet you this changes if we move it. Oh yeah? Silly, right? So there might be a Tolbert route. No, not at all. In fact, Olivia... Yes, you had an idea for Olivia? Yeah, it came to me last period while jogging. Olivia wants her art to be judged equally, right? So my idea was a secret artist contest. That's an interesting idea, but it's not much of a contest if no one knows the entrance. There wouldn't be any prizes to give out. all the better. It won't be about winning many prizes, but just showing off anyone's skill if they want. I suppose it could be run by the student council. They may have some ideas. Great. Can I ask you something, though? Sure. I feel terrible just for wanting to ask this, but why does Olivia deserve it? I don't know, I just want her to be confident in her skill. Why shouldn't she already be confident? She won the school art contest twice. Is Tolbert jealous? It sounds like she's like, I don't know. Like, why? And the second time was due to fraud. I know, and that's why I wanted to do this for her. That way, she'd have a legitimate chance for once. She already had many chances. It's up to her what she wants to make of those outcomes. Does she want to accept them for what they are, or pity herself because they weren't exactly what she wanted? Whoa, where is this coming from? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, she's jealous. Why is the handicapped girl so better than me? You ever have one of those moments where you wonder where your life went wrong? Don't interrupt Fang. Leave the plugs alone. Play the guitar instead of studying. Listen to and wait for Trish. Oh, this could be weird seeing the teacher and a student coming out of the closet before class starts, yeah? I'm thoroughly enjoying these series, and I'm glad you read it because it's rough on me to read and watch, like subbed anime, I see. I have implemented dialogue changes based on previous actions, yet that's for a future update. Oh no. Yes, the Fang plush is the only thing they did, but I can remember Co-op wanted to make side stories with other characters like Trish and Fang's past when they had red hair. Maybe. I mean, I think they should just double down on the L and L because like their future's fucked. The meteor crashes, they all die. So why not just get whisked off to Fantasyland? You know, it makes sense. Maybe Tolbert is jealous, realizing Olivia's. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Pay attention to me, not the cripple. I'm sorry, Anon. This is why I'm in a bad mood right now. I've been trying so hard to be everything to this class that Ideken was. And I keep feeling like I'm falling short. I honestly don't know why he recommended me. I guess because he saw something special in you. Maybe he did, but that just makes me feel guilty for not making more of an attempt at maintaining our friendship. I simply rejected it. Why? I felt like I couldn't face him unless I was equal to him. And I see this girl with so much talent and skill, and yet she just acts like she couldn't care less about it, or anyone's help. I don't know who she reminds me of more, Ideken or me. She gives me a warm smile, though her eyes still look sad. I do think it's a good idea, you know, just not just for her, but for everyone. I'm glad you think so. I just hope the Stuco agrees. I think they will. I know the event coordinator was looking for something special to do for prom, and I think something like this would work. Prom? Come on. My mind begins racing with thoughts of Olivia and I going to prom and seeing her reaction if or when she won this half-baked idea of mine. Oh, well, I hope they can make it work. I'm sure they will. Hi, guys. We weren't doing anything bad in the closet. Promise. Sorry, doodling while Christy and I step back into class. What are you guys doing in there? I just had to talk about something important. Like what? That's for me to know and you to wonder about. She grumbles. L&L. What? Or post-apocalyptic survival story. That'd be interesting too, but I don't think co-op would do anything like post-apocalyptic. They should just stick to the fantasy. The ending is ambiguous. We don't know if the meteor hit them. It probably did, because then, well, if they drop like another, what is it? a state of play and we get like Goodbye Volcano High 2, that'd be crazy. It's funny how the first one got laughed out of the room. People are gonna be so hyped for a sequel if it gets announced. Can you imagine like how ironic that is? That's just crazy. Watch as the Spanish Snoot community takes all the L&L crew first and turns them into Darkest Dungeon character mods. Yeah. Uh, so she's sad she can't live up to Ideken, yeah. I already did. Some of the Snoot got put up, and yeah, I've seen that too. Getting molested, Olivia. Ugh. Alright. Sunday, March 3rd. It's been a couple weeks since Olivia went back to her godparents. I still miss having her in my place, but I've learned to cope with it. Texting her back and forth is now my new favorite hobby. We talk endlessly about anime and video games and other stuff. We've even been talking about more personal stuff, things I never would have told anyone else, not even Eddie. And she's opening up to me more and more beneath her flaky exterior and raspy voice. As someone with a tender heart, you can still see the world with a childlike wonder. She's even been more open with Liz during lunch now. Liz seems like she enjoys this more gregarious version of Olivia, though I get the sense that she still harbors some bitterness towards her. But even though Olivia and I are spending more time together, neither of us can bring ourselves to admit we're boyfriend and girlfriend. Maybe she's just waiting for me to make that move. Hang on, I'm almost at your stop. Taking your sweet time. I never said I could make the trains run on time. Not with that attitude. So what do you want me to do first? I wanted to browse the video game store first, then go to the sporting goods store, then he needs a new rollerblades for when he plays street hockey. Can dinos even play hockey, or does the ice make them freeze? Doesn't matter, Vinny just likes hockey to see people hitting each other. Maybe Sophia was right about the Power Raptors making him violent. Yeah, Anon never got the fucking spit punch yet, did he? We continue texting each other until the metro reaches her stop. Just materialized right in front of me. Hey, dork. Hey, gator boots. We continue our conversation until we get to our stop. Where's chat? Seeing L&L only ever made me think of that Hawaiian restaurant chain. What? Goodbye, Volcano High. Life after the dodged meteor. Life is Snoot 2 with 5 rewrites and delayed for a decade to put more messaging in it. Yeah. Yes, it would be totally ironic they should thank Caveman on for turning a laughingstock into something creative. Snootborn, where you have to fight fascist Americans with the words of a shitty band. Yeah, what if Dustborn was like someone mods Dustborn and puts in like the fucking Snoot character models and just AIs the voices over the dialogue? That'd be crazy. Like that's post fucking Goodbye Volcano High right there. So is Goodbye Volcano High really that woke, given that it ends with all the LGBT characters being killed off? Of course, all the straights die too. It's got its moments. I'm kind of thinking like the original script probably would have been better. Howdy fellas, how's that daylight savings time treating you all? I was rudely shaken about it because I didn't realize, because I was looking at my analog clock and was actually an hour behind, so I had to fucking get my ass to the shower and get shit put together. What do they mean by that? Once at the mall, Olivia leads the way to a video game store. There's 4 decades of gaming protected by the glass display cases. My mind boggles at the idea of paying $100 for some of the older, rare cartridge-based games, or even the Mega CD games. That's why you go to the fucking 7 Seas. Olivia finds something reasonably priced for $8 for one of her old handhelds. I pick up a copy of SX Rex, tricky for my X rocks. Then we go to the sporting goods store and browse for a bit. I find a foam football laying around and tell Olivia to go long. She pumps her wheels in the opposite direction, looking over her shoulder. I toss her the ball and she catches it. Touchdown! Her face lights up as she spins around on one wheel, almost coming close enough to topple over before spiking the ball. We notice one of the store clerks eyeing us and cease our pretend game before we could get kicked out. New rollerblades in hand, Olivia buys them and I purchase that long overdue aluminum bat. We then leave before wearing out more of our welcome. The smells from the food court are overwhelming. Scent of burgers, hot dogs, Mexican and Chinese food all compete with each other and make my stomach grumble. Settling on pizza, Olivia and I get some slices of pepperoni and a big calzone to share. We find a table and sip on soda to wash down the cheesy, artery-clogging goodness. Hey, it just occurred to me, I've got rollerblades here, and you've got a new bat. Forget it, I'm not cosplaying as Little Sluggard. Why not? I'll just land flat on my ass and embarrass myself. You don't want to be a force for karmic justice. That's not actually what the show was about. We begin debating the themes of Paranoia Agent while munching on pizza. Hunger sated, we continue our conversation fueled by free refills of soda. Then we just sit and enjoy each other's company, neither of us saying anything. Her smile is so delicate that she drops her guard. SSX, you get bonus points for that. Snootception. Flashbacks of ending 1, yeah, where they go to the fucking game store. Olivia buys the game and it doesn't even matter. Daylight savings is hell. House has too many clocks. It's time to go digital. This hell of a boss and has-been hotel secretly based. If the people that made Goodbye Volcano High made a second game based off of Snoot Game, would they be copying Caveman on, or would they be copying off themselves? Yeah, would they be able to, like, write Snoot Game stuff? Unless they don't include Anon, I don't know. They'd have to, like, not use the other characters, like Tracy. Snoot within a snoot within a snoot. It's never-ending timeline. I guess I never thought about how both ending 1 involves some LOL days until I saw background from both together like this. Inko buys her the game after taking her to see some cartoon reviewer. Yeah, the Nostalgia Critic ripoff. Alright, we walk side by side back to the metro, and she's holding my left hand with her tail. It coils around my wrist, the tip coming to a rest in my palm. She drags that tail on the floor. Tuesday. I set my laden tray next to Olivia. She's already working on a shank of beef. I got some of those cookies you like. She grunts between bites, not bothering to look at me, and seizes a handful. You're welcome. Yo, Liz, you want to tell them about that new project the Stuco is working on? It's supposed to be a secret. Yeah, but you told me. Yeah, I did. Can I tell them? Even if I say no, you'll probably blurt it out anyway. So, what is it? It's actually Mrs. Tolbert's idea. She calls it Artists Unknown. It's supposed to be a contest where each entrant remains unknown. The idea is for everyone to vote on what they think should win and not who. Cool, what's the grand prize? There isn't, because that would defeat the purpose of them remaining unknown. But the artist who receives the most votes will have their pieces announced later this year. That's cool too, I guess. You gonna submit something? Maybe. What about you guys? Couldn't hurt. Worst that happened is nobody likes mine, but they won't know I made it. Olivia? Yeah, that sounds fun. Do you have any ideas? A few. Maybe one of the ideas I had back in my mind for a while. Let me guess, it's gonna be the fountain, isn't it? Unless that was already made. I can't wait to see it. Maybe after school I could show you some of the ideas I have in my sketch pad. I meet Olivia back in the art class after the final bell of the day trills. She opens up her sketch pad and shows me all the ideas she had, some of which went back years. She had shown me her art plenty of times, usually just her doodles and comics though. This was different. It was like she was opening up her diary for me to read her most intimate thoughts. I'm gazing down at her sketches with reverence. So, which one? Any of them. They all look great. Okay, but is there any one in particular? Well, tentatively, I reach for a sketchbook, afraid she'll whip my hand away with her tail. When she doesn't, I gently flip back the pages to one that did catch my eye. What about this? No, not that one. Let me guess, it's the fountain. Not that one. Why not? I sketched that when I found out Idakin died. I went there alone and climbed. Yeah, I knew it. I'm taking a drink. Imagine Mia giving Olivia roller skates for Christmas because Mia. Damien is a good boy, but he can't keep a secret. I'll be honest, I think 2 Anon is much worse of a person than 1 Anon. I don't think there was a fountain scene in this timeline. Can't recall Wani timeline very well. Does Inko confirm Liv about cheating there before the purple drink? Is that how he caught the cold? We be drinking on the stream? I ain't drinking. I haven't drank for like months. Went there alone, climbed up all the stairs on my hands and knees, and I drew it from memory later. All I could think of was that I had promised him I would make this. And then why not? Because it still hurts. I had wanted to paint this as soon as I told Idakin. He saved me from Mia, and then we sheltered here in this classroom. There had been a nasty storm that knocked out the power. And we just talked and talked. I told him how sorry I was for what I had done to Inko, how ashamed I was for myself, or of myself. I could tell by the tired look in his eye how sick he was of hearing me whine about myself again. Are you sure it was that? Are you sure it wasn't just because he was sick? What does it matter? The stress I put him through didn't help. But then he just asked me if he could paint anything right now, what would it be? And I told him, this. And I would have, except my hand was strained from making Mia's homework for her. Not just hers, but Lunar and Kiara's. That's because of them I didn't make this when I had the chance. I mean, I know I hate being pitied for being crippled, but seriously, how low do you have to be to take advantage of someone like me? How low do you have to be to take advantage of anyone? Her face contorts into a twisted grimace. There's a piercing throb in my chest from the sight. 2 Anon just can't hold his liquor, yeah. She tears the picture out of her sketch pad. The piercing sensation now feels like ripping. Don't! I grab her wrist before she can rip up the sketch. Let go! No! Let go! Let me go! I won't. I gently pry her fingers from the sketch. She glares at me the entire time. Why? I shake my head and reply. The sketch is safe with me now. Held behind my back. It hurts knowing it's still damaged, but I know it hurts her even more. Thank you. You gonna be alright? I'll be fine. Do you want this back? You hold on to it for me. I'll tell you when I'm ready. You got it. Oh, I knew something was gonna happen. It was too unsuspicious enough. Mia, leave us alone. Let me guess, it's Ben and Lunara and they're being hassled. Oh fuck, that doesn't sound good. Yeah. What's the matter, Benny boy? Ain't you happy to see me? You know you're not allowed within 500 feet of the school. And since when has that ever stopped me? It's enough to make a grown man cry, and that's okay. What? Leave us alone! So, you and her, huh? Funny, Lunara. I never figured you the type to steal another woman's man. That could be a real problem. Mia, leave. Make me. Okay, I'm calling the cops. Come on, Benny Boo. You know you still want me. Just let me do all those dirty things I know you like. Oh no, she's gonna fucking out him, all his weird kinks to Lunara. But it's not gonna work because Lunara is also a freak too. What, you mean like withholding my meds? I was just holding on to them for safekeeping, Benny. I don't want you in my life anymore. Yeah, about that. You didn't exactly work hard at keeping me from getting expelled. I did everything I could. And I regret it now. I regret a lot of things, but I regret most of I regret most of all. Get out of my life! Yo, Mia! Oh no, we got the bootleg AC/DC music from Snoop. Oh lord, this bitch stinks. It's the iconic parking lot from Snoop Game. Shanker skin roll dweller. I have a kill streak UVA ready just for her. Maybe Mia getting Rodney King to buy 10 cops will stop her. Hard to walk within 500 feet of the school without working legs. I walk up to the Crimson Cunt, brandishing my bat, and something takes hold of me. It's as though I'm possessed by a motor-mouth smartass from Boston. Get the bricks, pal. You're done. What do you want, Skinny? Who, me? Oh, I'm just a friendly bat salesman here to sell you this here bat. Look at this. I just caved in a guy's skull and the bat's still dry. No blood, no clumps of hair, nothing. And if you order now, I'll throw in a second beating absolutely free. Gee, now fuck out of here before I beat you again. Nah, that ain't happening to it. See, these two here, we're my friends, and we take care of our friends where we come from. Plus, I'm a minority here, so I can get away scot-free with physical violence against a dinosaur. And if you were from where I'm from, you'd be fucking dead. You're gonna be fucking dead unless you am scrayed. Nah, not until I make a sale. Pathetic weakling. You need a fucking weapon just to be on my level. Also, you admit we're on the same level. Well, you know what that means. It means however badly you fuck me up is exactly how bad I'm going to fuck you up. So what do you say? You want to get fucked up? Alright, fine. I can take a hint. Y'all better watch your fucking backs from now on, especially you, Leonardo. I'm gonna make your death look like an accident. The Bambi Raptor whimpers. Scout TF2. Ben likes to be... Oh god. I already know. We already know. Everyone knows. That's weird. And I hate that it came from Victor. Mia gets the Glenn treatment. Time to turn Mia into Little Gator Mia. You guys alright? And I burst into tears. Thank you, Anon. We're fine. Thanks for your help. You too, Olivia. What are you thanking me for? I didn't do nothing. And if it were up to me, I would have let that cunt do whatever she wanted to you both. Why did you bother saving them, knowing that what they've both done to me? Oh, another decision. I wanted to get even with Mia for your sake. Just couldn't leave them. Because I know if we make this about Olivia, it's just gonna be bad taste all around. Olivia, I know that they both wronged you, and I didn't hold it against you for not liking them, but I couldn't just leave them. Why not? Whatever Mia would have done to Ben is probably still too good for him. They're as much her victims as you are. Two wrongs don't make a right. Okay, fair enough, but I still hate Ben. I know you do, and I don't blame you. All I can say is I'm sorry for what I've done, and I'm even more sorry for taking so long to figure it out. Anon, thank you. But can I ask you one thing? Why exactly did you do that? Is it just because it was the right thing to do? Oh, I've never gotten a choice this fast before, besides the listen thing. Crazy. That's not the kind of world I want to live in. I value my self-respect too much. I had to think for a moment about how to answer that, because how do you rationalize a gut feeling? Me as a bully, and I don't like bullies. I know that's funny coming from me, because I sometimes go out of my way to be an asshole. But me is the kind of person who gets off on exercising power over others, especially people weaker than her. I don't want to live in a world with people like that. I see, so you admit there was an element of rational self-interest in your actions. I guess, probably nothing is 100% altruistic. In the end, we all have selfish motivations. What matters is if we're considering how our actions can potentially affect others. And I admit that's something I've struggled with, and I've learned the hard way that actions speak louder than words. Both answers are valid on second choice. Nara needs a slap upside the head and reminded that she's the carnivore with sharp teeth and claws. Has been confused about doing the right thing being the right thing. For whatever the reasons, Anon, I owe you a debt of gratitude. Don't worry about it. No, I mean it. If you need a favor from me in the future, please don't hesitate to ask. Who was I to say no to that? I could see Ben's sincerity, and it was giving me a new feeling I haven't experienced before. Sure thing, Ben. I'll come to you if I screw up bad and need someone to pull my ass out of the fire. Anon? Yeah. You're a good guy. Can't remember the last time someone called me a good person. Well, you are. Actually make an effort at getting better. You give me motivation to be better. Days go by and the weather begins to heat up. Everything is all routine now, but what I'm happy with, because it includes Olivia. She's enjoying the warmer weather more than I. It already feels like summer in this part of the country. Hell, there were some days in February where it got as high as 80 degrees. Definitely not the Midwest weather where winter seemed endless. Yeah, at 60 degrees, it was like, what, a high of 60, or no, what was the high for today? Oh, it's in the 60s right now, so we're getting closer to spring here. How the fuck are you not baking under that hoodie? I don't know. Why did you not freeze earlier this year when I just wanted to hibernate? You dinos are just too delicate for the cold. We humans are too delicate for the heat. Posters were put up everywhere announcing the upcoming midterms. Just looking at them fills me with dread. Attention all maggots. Report to the auditorium for an important announcement. Immediately. Tinnitus is still with me by the time I find my usual seat next to Olivia and Damien. Up on stage, the hairy primate and Solly fingle with the mic. For God's sake, Solly, you're gonna blow out the frickin' eardrums again. Chuckle. Alright, kids. As you've no doubt seen, we got midterms coming up. Fortunately, the ass seems to have kept most of you from becoming actual asses, and you may actually pass with frickin' flying colors. Here's your esteemed principal to give you all the deets. Vito hands the Oviraptor matriarch the mic. Charming language as ever, Dominic. Yeah, I ain't the one who picked the name. And to reiterate, midterms are upon us. Most of the school is doing quite well, and there's still plenty of time left in the year for the remainder of our students to catch up. But don't think you can be complacent just because you're doing well for the time being, or that you can't still improve your grades if your grades are merely passing. A slothful mindset that can and will affect you for years to come. Therefore, I expect all of you to do your best in the coming weeks. Don't hesitate to partner up with your friends so you can study together. A harmonious attitude is conducive to better grades. Now then, your teachers have an important announcement regarding their respective classes. Oh man, what are midterms and PE going to be like? The rest of the faculty give announcements of their own, but I've already tuned them out. I was already thinking of a little science project of my own that I've been working on in my spare time. The railgun. Olivia's doodling on her phone while I'm thinking of Olivia, and I start studying together. No doubt she needed as much as help with science as I did with art. They in California, so if it's warm this early, that's just the yearly wildfires. Sally got them Spears pipes, probably. They're probably like distant cousins or something. Did you need help with math? Or did you still need help with math? Always asking for this midterm stuff is practically a formality. And I can show you some new recipes I learned in home ec. That sounds like a fair trade. Hey, no, I was thinking we could study together at your place again. I could even ask Uncle Randy if I could sleep over again for the weekend. My face lights up at the idea of her coming back to my place. I still couldn't believe she actually wanted to be with me in my dump of an apartment. But then another idea crosses my mind, but would she even want to do it? Suggest studying at her place. Already up to 3 pages of choices. I always assume that Snootwani takes place in roughly the same area that LA exists in real life. The Wani ending 4 shows the islands just off the coast are more like Hawaii. Part yet to be written. Sorry. Oh no. Oh, I just look back and see that. Testing chapter 10. What are you still doing here? Just reload a save and play through the other option, or you get sent back to the main screen. Testing. Yeah. Okay, guys, we're done. We did it. We did it. Alright. Actually, I was thinking we could study together at your place. Really? You want to come over to my place? Only it's not really my place, it's Damien's and his family's. Where's this coming from? It's as much as your place as your own fortress of Weebitude. I guess so. Ah, sweet, you're finally coming to our place. Sure, why not? I've never been to your house. Well, alright, you can come with us after school. Get to meet the parents proper, yeah. Am I gonna get, or is Anon gonna get gut punched? Again, anthro-dinosaurs. So is this Catalina's being more like Hawaii really a big ask? I get through the rest of the day with anticipation in the back of my mind. I was going over to a friend's house. When was the last time I had even done that? And it wasn't just a friend's house, it was my girlfriend's house? I mean, was she really? I still wasn't sure. I have a faint memory of lying next to her saying, I like you, and she had returned the sentiment. But I was pretty sure that had been just a dream. Final bell of the day trills, and I meet Olivia and Damien at the front of the school. We make our way as a companionable trio to the Payne's residence. It's a warm, sunny day, and my dinosaur companions are grinning wide. Of course, Damien usually has a wide grin, but Olivia, I could tell, was grinning because of me. I take in the house in the quaint suburbs and spot all the sports equipment, a basketball hoop above the garage, and a hockey net for street hockey. It's not hard to imagine Damien playing with Vinny or his dad or neighborhood friends on hot summer days. The image is strong enough to bring out a wave of nostalgia so strong I could taste the lemonade and hear the sizzling of burgers and hot dogs. Summers have been like that in Rock Bottom, back when I had friends, back when making friends was easier as a little kid. Yo, Anon, what's up? Huh? You've got that 1,000-yard stare again. Just remembering summers in Rock Bottom. You know, you never talk about Rock Bottom. What's there to talk about? Gotta be something, man. That look in your eyes there says a lot. He's told me plenty about Rock Bottom. Oh, so it's like that, huh? You'll talk to her about your mysterious past, but not your best buddy? Damien, relax, man, I'm just joking. You really need to lighten up. We could go to the Paynes and I could finally get that barbecue scene that Inko got at the beginning of his game. This time, the wifey be hostile towards Anon. Oh no. I feel like ending one in this is that Inko wakes up and retakes his place from Anon and everyone admits that he was a replacement. Reasonable crash out ensues. It will be worse than that. Oh boy. I step inside into the hardwood flooring and take in the home that has all the signs of being a family household. The kitchen is spotless, as is the dining table, except for a few stray toys. There are consoles under the TV next to the jewel cases of video games. So this is where Damien said all those times we played Rock Ring online together. Sure looked a hell of a lot comfier than my place. Hey Ma, we're home! Spinosaurus, wearing a Ricky Raptor sweater, emerges from the hallway recessed further into the dwelling. Oh god, Mickey Mouse, Ricky Raptor. Hi, Damien, Olivia. Your father isn't home yet with Vinny. Her face lights up when she sees me. You must be Anon. These two have told me so much about you. I clear my throat nervously. Hi, Mrs. Payne. These two have sure told me a lot about you. You can call me Sophia, dear. Sure thing. Are you here to hang out? He's actually here to study with me. Midterms are coming up and he suggested we study here together. How wonderful. Would you like to stay for dinner? Sure, I never turned down a free meal. Wonderful. Why don't I get started and I'll leave you two to your studies. I'll help. By the way, that picture is over there. I point to the painting of a coastal landscape near the TV. Did you make that? I sure did. It's beautiful. Thanks. Being invited to her room felt like being led into the Holy of Holies. I can't contain a gulp of nervousness as I cross the threshold into her sanctuary. It's the smell that hits me first. There's the all-too-familiar smell of paint supplies, and there's the smell of Guts' cage, which seems nostalgic to me now. There's also the smell of scented candles on one end of the room. Girls sure loved those, didn't they? Another sense that I can only describe as Olivia-esque. Her walls are covered with posters of her favorite metal bands and a few animes. And just as I would come to expect from a gamer like her, there's older consoles and handhelds and a clutter on one end. I'm both surprised and impressed to see her consoles hooked up to a CRT TV. A film of dust covers on the screen. A film of dust covers the screen. There we go. If Inca wakes up, he'll be confused and unhappy, but at that point, in Wani, he only thought of Olivia as a friend, so I doubt he'd be heartbroken. Besides, Damien will still be as chummy as ever. So, what do you think? It's so you. Meaning that this room just oozes your personality. Thanks, I think. So you want to get started on those pesky science homework? That pesky science homework so Dominic don't give you a pair of cement shoes and a trip to the pier. Actually, I had something else in mind. I knew it. You want to play games, right? Do you still have that sketch? I sure do. I pull out my binder out of my backpack. Opening it, I see both her sketch neatly folded up and the photo of her from the formal. The juxtaposition of her grinning at me in real time, the static image of her at her lowest creates a fissure in my heart. Something wrong? I was just thinking how sad you must have been that day. It still hurts. Gently removing the folded up paper, I hand it to her, but I accidentally handed her the photo. Thank you. She gets to work. I don't even try to protest that we should be getting our homework. Her hands move like a gator possessed. Something has come over her, but that smile on her face tells me not to worry, nor even to break her concentration. Planting myself cross-legged with my back to her bed, I watch. She takes the stool next to her easel and picks up her palette. Brush in hand, she begins to create a little piece of that other world I know only she can see. So immersed in the painting is she that I dare not disturb her. I pull out my phone and idly browse. Well, the sounds of her paintbrush are the only thing I can hear clearly. Beyond the door, I can faintly hear Damien and his ma in the kitchen preparing something. At least, at some point, I even hear Randy come in with Vinny, whose feet hit the ground with rapid thumping. As excited as he must have been, he seems to have known better than to disturb his adoptive older sister when her door is closed. Knowing the rest of Olivia's family afforded her so much privacy makes me feel more fortunate to be in her presence, as though it was a rare privilege. After a while, I can't even browse forums in an attempt to shitpost. Doing so would have been to desecrate this holy moment she was sharing with me. I muted the damn piece of junk. Thankfully, it didn't ring or make a notification sound, and set it gently next to my backpack. Watching her is the only entertainment I need. She's created the skyline of her painting. A day most cold, its muted colors remind me of cruel winter days, especially in Rock Bottom. And those weeks before moving when I just wanted to disappear. Then the trees, like skeletal appendages, reaching for distant warmth from a sun obscured by uncaring clouds. The fountain itself sits in the middle of the despairing scene, a font of defiance against the lonely backdrop of winter. Taken in all together, the scene slowly coming to life was not one of sorrow or despair. It was hope. I clear my throat tentatively. Is it finished? Not yet, but it's a start. Were you watching me the whole time? I was. You weren't supposed to. Sorry, I didn't ruin it, did I? Thank you. We emerged from her room, and while I know we didn't do any studying, I feel like we have accomplished something big somehow. Olivia's smile makes her face glow, and my whole body feels tingly from her embrace, which felt different than the other times we hugged. The smell of Damien and Sophia's cooking whet my appetite. I hadn't realized how hungry I'd gotten with Olivia for what I realized had been several hours. Normally, I would have been having ramen at my apartment at this time. Now I'm looking at a beautiful pot roast that looks as good as it smells. Alright, how's Chad? Inca wakes up and found he was kicked out of Hammond and has to go to Volcano High. And feels nostalgia for the smell of wretch. Oh my god. Be sure to thank Damien for making dinner. We both did, Ma. So, Raina, did you help Olivia with her science homework? You bet, Randy. I don't know how I would have gotten through science class without him. We're just bullshitting. The patriarch of the clan Payne nods in approval. Well, just look at you two. At the beginning of the year, you both looked like you just wanted to sink into the ground. Now here you are, acting like best friends. I'm relieved for both of you. I feel overwhelmed at the affection Randy is showing, especially considering I still didn't know him all that well. Don't be shy, Anon. Damien's talked so much about you that you practically feel like family. Thanks, I don't know what to say. Say you'll come over for our barbecues later this year. Sure, anything for free food. Rest of the meal passes with talk of school. Randy and Sophia both asked me about rock bottom and my family, but I'm still hesitant to share much about that. Uncle Randy, could Anon spend the night with us? I don't know. Oh, come on, Dad. Anon's great to have around. Me and Liz were talking earlier about the four of us doing something tomorrow. She thought we could all four go hang out at the mall. This is going to be the third time at the mall, isn't it? No movies this time, just actually hanging out. Going to the arcade for the second time. Going to the arcade and stuff. That sounds like fun, and besides, you let me stay with Anon for a week. How about letting him stay the night at our place any different? I'm still concerned about you living in Skid Row all by yourself, Anon. I manage. Yes, but how could your parents, I could tell she was trying not to say anything offensive. She seems like a very protective mother. My old man and I have an understanding. I wouldn't be here unless I absolutely wanted this. And why did you want this? Now, Sophia, let the man have his privacy. Tell you what, Anon, if you really like to have a sleepover with us, you can have the couch. I promise it's a very nice couch. Trust me, it looks a lot comfier than what I got. Spend the rest of the evening playing party games on their Wii. It felt a lot more fulfilling than playing games by myself at home. Alright, let's do, what did I miss? A lot. Has Anon made Olivia Gator purr yet? Oh god. Anon gets arcade sickness and gets isekai'd into Purple Stank Adventures, yeah. At around 9:30, Sophia urges Vinny to bed and Damien retires to his own bedroom. Olivia and I sit together on the couch watching some old sitcoms from the 90s. She lifts her legs up onto the couch with her tail and falls asleep with her head on a pillow. Well shit, now where was I supposed to sleep? Randy grabs a cold beer and steps out of the front door. Not sure why, but I have the urge to follow him. Sup, Randy? Hey there, Anon. I'd offer you a beer, but the missus would kill me. I fish my half-spent pack of smokes from my inner jacket pocket. Mind if I smoke? Yeah, I'd give you a beer, but I'm a little shocked that you smoke. Only if you let me bum one off you. And Randy a smoke in my lighter. Horrible habit, hard to break. Sorry to be that devil on your shoulder. He lights up a cigarette and takes a drag. Ah, don't worry about it. You fill the air with a nicotine haze, and I worry Sophia will smell the smoke on his shirt later. Hey, why were you hesitant about letting me stay over? I don't know. I meant no offense by it. I'm not offended, just curious. Olivia's right about you guys letting her stay with me that week. He pinches the bridge of his eyes at that recollection. Sophie and I were at our wits' end with Olivia, though Damien certainly didn't help. Raising a family is hard. I can imagine. I feel like I'm flying by the seat of my pants. Here I am juggling a job, a mortgage, and my wife and 2 boys, and my best friend's daughter. Sometimes this here is the only thing that takes the edge off. He raises his beer to his lips. The Lord knows it ain't good for me, or this. He pats his beer belly. We haven't talked about it with her, and I know she's afraid to ask, but Sophia and I did talk about possibly. His face contorts with guilt. Kicking the baby bird out of the nest when she graduates. I don't know how Damien overheard, but he blabbed about it that day, and they had their silly... Wait. Damien overheard, but he blabbed about it on that day they had their silly fight. I really don't want to, though. But we thought if it came to that, it might be worse for her in the long run to let her stay with us in her room all day. So when she left that day, well, I thought maybe it would be good for her to experience some independence. And you guys talked us into letting her stay with you. I guess I felt like I was flying by the seat of my pants too. I never had a girl come over to my place before, and then she, out of the blue, asked me one day to come get her. I'm awfully sorry about that. I guess that's on me. Don't worry about it. That actually turned out to be a fun week for the both of us. When will Anon smell the freshness of the ozone? New purple stank adventures when... I have to switch my whole fucking computer out to play that game because the computer I got now hates fucking AI roguelike. It just hates it. And I could basically stream it from the other computer to this one. It's just I wouldn't be able to edit the image files to make them more appropriate for the setting, you know? Sometimes you gotta kick a baby in the mouth and vomit. What? And it was a relief when she came home and seemed different than how she normally is. More like her younger self, even. I guess we never properly thanked you for that. You did now by giving me a dinner and treating me like family, so we're even. No, we're not. We really do owe you a lot. You've been helping her with her schoolwork and boosting her confidence and all. Just makes me feel like I failed her is all. Seems like you've been doing the best you can. And that's just it. Sometimes your best isn't good enough. I think you're being too hard on yourself. Look, just from what Olivia and Damien have told me, and from what I've seen now, you and Sophia are wonderful people. Olivia just has problems that are her own to figure out. I know, it breaks my heart to see her stuck in that chair. Not just her body, but her soul. And it doesn't help I gotta turn this down a bit. And it doesn't help when spiteful little mutants like that Ben or Mia have to gang up on her to rob her confidence and innocence. Sometimes it can't be helped. I've dealt with people like that myself back home. Yeah, but look at you. You're still out here like a frontiersman making the best of it. That's giving me way too much credit. I begged my dad for this just so I could get away from my problems. Problems I think now I just made for myself. And a lot of times I'm just shut in my room playing video games, pretending the outside world doesn't exist. King of the Hill YouTube poop reference? Oh, I wouldn't know. I haven't watched those YouTube poops. Still, you're on your own, making the best of it you can, and helping Olivia along the way. She's been helping me too. It's hard to imagine life at St. Hammond without her. I'm sure she feels the same way about you. You know, when Inko fell into a coma, it just went and made everything worse. Here's this guy, kind of like you, I suppose, and he just seemed like what Olivia needed to get out of her rut. It was like someone had answered a prayer, and God knows we prayed for her plenty. He sighs and takes another long drag. So when that happened, it felt like the devil just, pardon my language, fucking things up for all of us. The Dilophosaurus finishes his cigarette and drops it in the gutter. Then he withdraws a photo from his wallet. It's of Inko, the Paynes, Liz, and another person I don't recognize, a whale, by their pool. So that was him. He took this picture himself, put his prized camera on the timer, and ran up to pose with us. Sophia and I could tell he was lonely and just wanted to be a part of something. In a way, he reminded us of Olivia, sure, more outgoing than she, but still unsure of his place in the world. Sometimes I feel like I've only usurped his rightful place in it, like I'm some kind of seat warmer. Well, I'm not going to tell you why you're here. I just know that Olivia and Damien are happy to have you around, and that's all that should matter to you. Back inside, Olivia's still asleep on the couch. I look over at Randy, who only smiles. Without saying anything, he goes to Olivia's bedroom door, opens it, and makes a gesture like he's ushering me inside. Crouching beside her, I scoop up the slumbering dino girl in my arms. Thank fuck for Solly's training. At least I wasn't much of a lanklet anymore. Cradling her in my arms, my heart quickens and a flush of heat runs through me. She only groans a little in protest, but still reaches outside and wraps an arm around my shoulder. It takes all of my concentration to walk with her in my arms. Raptor Jesus help me if I should drop her like a weakling, especially when Randy was watching me. Walking into her bedroom, one determined step at a time, I gently lay the sleeping baryonyx on her bed. I pull her blanket across her and then turn reluctantly back to the living room. Randy merely nods as he shuts the door quietly. Night ain't on. Night. I stumble back to the couch and collapse on it. Over 70 pound. Oh god, I know that copy pasta. I'm awakened from the best sleep I had gotten in a long time by a green snoot in my face. Wake up, sleepyhead. I sit up with a yawn. Morning service, huh? Where's my coffee and breakfast? Damien's already working on that. Sounds from the kitchen tell me that Damien is indeed making something that isn't just bland cereal I saw the night before. Then he runs in and vaults over the couch, landing where I had been laying a moment before. The pint-sized Damien seizes the remote and brings up Power Raptors on the streaming service while Olivia sits beside me. An episode of the spandex-clad dinos flipping and posing unnecessarily later, Damien brings out 4 TV trays and sets them all with Belgian waffles and bacon and sausage. Just demolishing the dialogue. Hold on. Oh boy. Each of the squares in my waffles is either a golden pool of butter or a reservoir of maple syrup. We eat breakfast while watching more cheesy action featuring inexplicable kaijus being fought by teenagers in giant mecha. A few hours later, Liz drops by and we pile into her car for a day at the mall. The plan was to hang out there for a few hours, and then she'd drop me off back at my place, then she'd go to Damien's for their belated study session. We do some window shopping while chatting each other up. At one point, I can't help but stop and gaze at a display of dresses for formal events. Prom was approaching, and I thought Olivia wearing one of these is enough to make my heart flutter and my throat go dry. Assuming she'd even want to go. Would she even be into that sort of thing? She didn't strike me as the type with how much she had acted like a tomboy sometimes. But maybe. What are you staring at? Just remembering this wild quinceanera I saw once back at Rock Bottom. I used to love Power Rangers back in the 90s. I think a lot of kids did. I did for a little bit. What are the Dino Power Rangers Zords? That'd be interesting. Because there's like, what, at least like 2 different iterations of like dinosaurs or the Zords. She grins slyly at me like she doesn't believe me. I'm gonna starve with all this food and this smog, man. Here you go, Damien. Thanks, babe. Babe? Yeah! I can't help noticing that Liz is struggling to contain an embarrassed smile. We're sitting in a corner of the food court, far enough away from most people that it feels like we have most of the place to ourselves. I find myself wishing that there was a photographer friend around to capture this moment from afar. Just 4 or 5 friends hanging out at the far side of the court, a sea of unoccupied tables separating us from the viewer. The image is so clear in my mind that a part of me really does start to consider pursuing photography one day. So, Olivia, I got to thinking about something the other day. No? No, I'm always talking about big plans to work on art dealers and sell art one day. Yeah. I was thinking maybe that was something you could do together if you want. I suppose. It was just an idea I had. I know you want to be able to succeed on your own one day, and I've always admired that. But if you'd like to work with me so we can, you know, help each other out, that'd be great too. Yeah, Liz, I like that a lot. I've actually always hoped we could work together. I know I haven't been the best friend in the past. The best friend in the past. I'm always sulking while you and Damien talk about stuff. Don't worry about it. Last thing I want to do is let something like that get in the way. We're still friends, and people make connections at St. Hammond all the time. Olivia sighs in relief, and I can't help but exhale with her. Thanks, Liz. Andrew's asking the real questions. If Dino Rangers pilot Dino Mecha, is it okay or racist if a Ranger pilots a Dino Mech that doesn't match their own species? Uh-oh. Not Mia. Wait, this is sudden evil presence I'm feeling. Yo, Hot Wheels! For fuck's sakes. My stomach sinks as Mia saunters up, and as cocky and arrogant as ever. Looks like the gang's all here. I swear you losers are inseparable. Yeah, unless you want an acid shampoo. Like, an acid shampoo. It shouldn't be like an acid shampoo bath. I don't know. Get the fuck out of here now. Damien. He bites the back of Damien's shirt and drags him back. Calm down, Pain. You want to blow an artery. After everything you've done to my buddy and my sister? Stop it, Damien. Mia, go away. Alright. I can tell when I'm not wanted. I'll get out of your hair. Those of you with it. But before I do, Livy, you tell Liz about your cheating yet? What the heck are you talking about? Oh, don't you know? I can tell by the look in Payne's eyes that he knows. Guess that means that out of you four, it's only you that's in the dark. Damien? What is she talking about? That's nothing, Liz. Mia's just making stuff up. Sure I am, Payne. Tell it to her with a straight face that you don't know nothing about Livy. Shut up! About Livy breaking into that other skinny's account and swapping out his contest entry with a work of her own. I beg your pardon. Yeah, that's right. Last year Hot Wheels here got the bright idea of breaking into Nito's account and pulling the old switcheroo on him. He was too much of a dummy to figure it out, and that's how he ended up winning. Tell me that isn't true. Oh, it's true, alright. If you don't believe me, ask any of them and they'll clue you in. Unlike most people, I was able to figure it out. Inko wasn't that skilled, and Hot Wheels couldn't stop muttering to herself nervously. So me and Livy worked out a little deal. I don't rat her out, and she does AP art homework for me, Lunara, and Kiara. Then, of course, she had to welch on her little arrangement and run squealing to Aidekin. But yeah, in a nutshell, she used Nito as a stepping stool for her fragile little ego because she just wanted so badly to know what people think of her work sans the wheelchair and lack of charisma. Anyways, I just wanted to relay that little bit. I'll catch you all on the flip side. Later. The parasitic parasaur struts away, a look of smug satisfaction on her face. Damien looks like he swallowed something that made him sick. Olivia looks like she wants to disappear out of shame and embarrassment, and Liz's look of disappointment is tinged with anger. I gotta ask Mia something. Don't, man. Just let it go. I'm not gonna pick a fight with her, Damien. I just need to ask her something. Alright, man. I'll be watching from here. Oh, that cheating. I thought she meant romantic cheating. Oh, Lord. I'm like, what did I miss? You missed a lot. I mean, Damien would never cheat on Liz with Liv. That'd be gross. Oh, wait. Fuck you want, Skinny. You want another ass beating? Actually, scratch that. There's too many witnesses. You know what? Beat me if you want. I don't care. I just want to know why you keep doing this to Olivia. Fuck do you care? Humor me. She shrugs. Because I just hate that bitch. I hate you too now. That's it. When me and Ben were dating back in St. Hammond, she was always doing some passive-aggressive shit to him. Like making him clean up her messes in Aidekin's class. I mean, not that I cared much what she did to Ben. His problems are his own concern. But anytime it didn't directly affected me, it pissed me off. And she did that a lot. Then the more I started observing her, the more I grew disgusted by her. It ain't even the fact that she's a cripple that would have been someone else's dinner centuries ago. It's the fact that she has to act like she's the only one in the world who suffers. She's always got to act like she's better than everyone else strutting around in her chariot while also feeling bad for herself. The bitch is fucking delusional, and like any overgrown baby, she's got to whine when she doesn't get her way. She only acts like she's a victim, but deep down, she ain't no better than me. Okay, so why tell me and Liz? Why not tell everyone else? I already tried that, but Aidekin covered for her sorry ass. Said I was making it all up, which is my point exactly. She gets to get her way being a bitch because no one holds her to any standards. I at least know what I am. She's still in denial about who she really is. Besides, few would believe me now, and a baseless rumor can be dismissed and forgotten about. It could even make people more sympathetic to her. But you tell a few close confidants like you and Liz, and that's different. Except you're a dude, and all you dudes have to do the chivalrous thing of being all forgiving and protective because it strokes your pathetic fucking egos. But Liz, she's different. Liz is nothing like you. Exactly, unlike me, she has even more reason to hate Olivia. Liz doesn't hate Olivia. She'd be like, look behind you. You sure about that? Okay then, you have fun cleaning up this little mess. Ciao. She struts away, her stride more arrogant and self-satisfied than before. Fuck. I make my way back to our table. A deathly silence hangs over it. Damien and Olivia both look as though they're sitting in the presence of a time bomb. Liz herself is staring into space. Did you find out what you needed to know? Yeah. Why'd she do it? Because she could. My buddy sighs. I don't want to believe it, but it makes too much sense. Should I cut in before the Brachiosaurus tears into the baryonyx? Goodbye, Coolie Foolie. Let her say her piece. No, I know Olivia can take it. She doesn't need. Oh, we got the ending one music playing. We're cooked. No, I know Olivia can take it. She doesn't need me speaking up for her. What made you do it? I wanted an unbiased opinion of my work. I see, and you couldn't have even asked Dinko. I only just met him. She winches at the words coming out of her mouth. How do you even manage to break into his account? I thought you helped him set up his account, and you just left his password laying around on the computer lab. No, Winko, you dummy. And you didn't even have the decency to return that paper I printed out to him, or at least tear it up and throw it away. You just had to go and do that, didn't you? I'm sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Apologize to Inko. I want to. I wanted to so bad it hurts. But you couldn't tell Scalar what you done. No. Why? I wanted to graduate and get a scholarship. Liz sighs angrily and mutters under her breath. I can just barely catch what she's saying. I mean, dummy. Heck you were, dang it, silly. She musters herself with a deep breath. I get it, you were unsure of yourself because Ben, insensitive dummy that he is, just had to go and rob you of your self-confidence. Olivia, don't think I haven't been sympathetic to that fact for years. But then for you, of all people, to do that, did it occur to you for even 1 second that what you were doing was no better? No, I was hoping he'd catch me so we could switch it back. But he didn't. He got sick, and there's a slight twitch in Liz's face now. And of course you won. Again. Because why wouldn't you? You're just so freaking talented. I suppose winning just once wasn't enough for you. You had to do it again just to be absolutely certain. And so what if you potentially rob someone else of their chance at winning and having it open all sorts of doors for them? Your confidence was more important, obviously, so was it worth it? Liz, calm down. I am calm, Damien. Can't you tell from how calm I sound? I know you of all people would tell someone else not to lose their cool and go off on her. You might look like a massive hypocrite for that. She's just staring with those overly eager eyes, just staring into her soul. Get comfy again. Savix here. Or did I miss everything? She's out of line, but she's not wrong. And none wouldn't be a broke bitch if he started charging people trauma dumping on him. Yeah, that's true. Idea, Mr. Ferris crushes Mia's head with his bare hands. I suppose that's why you haven't been trying as hard as some others to maintain a good GPA. Why would you? You already have your foot in the door. Olivia sinks lower in her chair from the verbal barrage. I guess it's not that big of a deal for you to take advantage of Inko. After all, you've been taking advantage of Damien's family for years. Not to mention Idekin's limitless patience. but I just have to know, what exactly made you think it was okay for you to do that to Inko? What made it permissible in your mind? I thought he was just a pretentious midwit looking for attention. Well, I did say that description is far more applicable to you. It's not the actual reason, is it? Olivia looks up in shock. No, that's not why. Isn't it? I know what people like you say about humans on I know what people like you say about humans on Lizard Lounge. Liz, think of what you want of me. Think what you want of me, but I swear that wasn't why. Even if I give you the benefit of the doubt there, what you've done is bad enough regardless of the reasons. But you want to know something really tragic? I could maybe, in spite of all the rage I'm feeling now, I could maybe forgive all that, but for one thing. Hangout's first day when you knocked his tray out of his hands, that had the lunch from the coupon I made. Oh, she knows about that. Where did she learn that? From Damien? Hangout's first day when you knocked his tray out of his hands, that had the lunch from the coupon I made for him. Yeah, I know about that now. I just happened to hear Scalar mention it to the other faculty member in passing the other day. She said she was relieved for you and Anon now. At the time, I didn't think much of it. I just shrugged my shoulders and said, oh well, that's in the past. But now, that's all I can think about. And it just makes me wonder what the point of even is of trying to show kindness to others like Inko and Anon and help them out when you're there to ruin it. It was Inko who gave me that idea, you know. He bought a salad for that barbecue. I thought Damien had gotten it for me, but he told me I had Inko to thank for it. He gave me that idea, and you ruined it, just like you ruined the contest. I'm through with you. I'm sorry I even thought, even for a second, we could work together in the future. Everyone else is so quick to forgive you, and that makes me angry at them too, even though I don't want to be. Her beratement over, Liz pants in her chair. It looked as she'd been holding that in for a while and was now awash in catharsis. I reach for Olivia and hold her hand. Her fingers wrap around mine and squeeze. The silence drags on. Then she clears her throat. You're right, Liz. I robbed Inko, but I also robbed everyone else. And I'm ashamed to say that after all was said and done with the contest, I was scared I'd get found out eventually. All I could think about was myself. Even after Inko had to go to the hospital, I was still scared for me. She continues to squeeze my hand. I was a shitty friend to him, and I had been a shitty sister to Damien. I've just been a shitty person, period. If you think admitting all that redeems you in my eyes, you're wrong. That's fine, I respect your opinion of me. That's not just opinion, it's a fact. You're an arrogant, selfish, immature brat who only acts like she doesn't want attention, just so you can feel comfortable in being aloof and above the rest of the puny little sheep. I can't take this shit, man. Angry Liz is scary, yeah. Front-facing Liz, but with angry eyes. This overly sarcastic Liz is scarier than angry Liz, yeah. That's true. Okay, I take that back. Angry Liz is scary stuff. She's like the nice and quiet kid in school. You can see people like these being angry. It's not normal. Sometimes the most empathetic person, when they finally lose it, is like a volcano going off. Let her fall for real. Scary Liz gives me the... I'm not going to read that. Let her fail for real, exactly. Didn't Liz tell us to do that for Olivia? I forget. And here we are. Alright, Liz, that's enough. You said your piece. Now you're just rubbing salt into the wound. If Expect Liz to start going off on me now, maybe giving me some choice criticisms for my own shitty behavior. Instead, she hangs her head in shame. I'm sorry, but I can't do this anymore. I can't be around her if she's just going to make me like this. I don't like feeling this way about anyone ever. Damien, I won't make you choose between the two of us, but I refuse to eat with her. Despair is written all over my buddy's face. Looks like we're not getting a ride home. We're taking the metro. I call a cab. Olivia doesn't want to go home. She just wants to come over to my place. The ride over is quiet, and she still says nothing when we step into my place. I feel as though this is my fault somehow, that I had provoked Mia, who in turn hurt Olivia beyond anything involving simple physical violence. Olivia looks crushed, and I curse my own ability to help any more than I've tried. What would you like to do? I don't know. I just don't know. Look, things will work out. You were willing to try and make it as an artist without Liz. Really, this changes nothing. Maybe, but do I deserve it? I search for anything to say, to try and talk her out of this, though I'm afraid I'll just be talking out my ass. This isn't about deserving anything. You can't just give up. I doubt Inko himself would want you to, and I know Damien and his family don't want you to. Nice motivational speech. I know, I should do seminars or something. Why don't we just do some homework, then we can watch anime or play video games? Okay, whatever. She exits her chair, still looking subdued, but at least she doesn't look sad anymore. She just looks how I feel sometimes when trying not to feel anything. We open our backpacks and pull out our science homework. I place my binder in front of her and open the textbooks, immersing myself in it as though unraveling the mysteries of the atom is more pertinent than petty drama. Looking at chat right now. Like Batman and Wolverine are easy to get angry, but when you get the nice guy like Superman or Spider-Man well and truly pissed off, that's when you know you're fucked. She starts breathing heavily, and I can't tell if they're angry breaths. I'm afraid to look up from my textbook. What the fuck? Oh, it's the picture. It's the picture, isn't it? What the fuck are you doing with this, Anon? Tentatively, I look up. Oh, and he has to explain he got it from Liz. Oh, this is a bad ending, ain't it? She's holding the photo Ben took of her at the formal. Even now, seeing the despair in her eyes in the photo still hurts. And she's glaring at me. It's an accusatory glare. Anon? My stomach bottoms out, and I struggle to breathe. Liz gave it to me. Of fucking course she did, but why? I found it when she was sorting pictures in the first week, and she told me something had happened to you at the formal. And you probably thought it was funny, didn't you? What? No. Yes, you did. No. So then why did you keep it? I guess I wanted it. Why? Claws are out, and she grabs handfuls of my jacket and shirt. Tell me why. Because I like you. She lets go. I'm sorry. I don't blame you for thinking that, because the truth is, if I had been there that night, not knowing anything about you, I probably would have laughed at you. I would have deserved it. No. Olivia gets a call then. It's Randy. Oh, it's Damien. It's Damien. She puts him on speakerphone. No, Olivia? Sounds upset, like he's been crying. Hey, what's wrong? I'm at Anon's. He's listening. Hey, Anon. Hey, man, what's up? It's... Let me guess, he broke up. Oh, wait, it's Inko. I was gonna assume he broke up with Liz over this. Oh, no. He's awake. But he's like, he's probably a vegetable, isn't he? He can only speak by, like, doing, what is it, fucking Stephen Hawking shit. Testing. Oh, this is where the demo ends. Oh, Lord. What time is it? 6:51. He dead. That was dangerously close to the school snooter moment, yeah. Well, we got some other choices to make. Look at the dialogue and stuff, unless I get fucking blocked out. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, and then we'll start hammering the rest of these out real quick. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I took a quick bathroom break and then I snacked on some cookies. I'm still hungry though. Yeah, I checked the chat before dipping. I saw that apparently this is ending 3, so it's kind of natural. I just keep getting ending 3s. Ugh. Though in real life, I feel like ending 2. Inko gets little gatored. So much chat. Alright. Let's go back. Interrupt Liz. Part yet to be written. Testing chapter 10. I'm sorry, but I can't do this anymore. Oh wait, it's just, it's the same. Yeah. No. No, we did that one. Load. Oh, we did this one. No, we're not saving. I value my self-respect too much. I consider his question for a moment and decide my only answer was, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I walked away. Because it would have been the wrong thing to do? Is this the same? No, it's new. I guess. That just would have been on my conscience and I would have felt like a coward. My self-respect is already low enough without that. So there is some selfish motivations in your actions then. Sure, even if I didn't stand to gain anything other than not feeling like a piece of shit. Even knowing Mia could come and hurt you again. Someone has to stand up to her eventually. Oh wait, I have the BRB. That's on me. Not like you're missing any fucking free space. Yeah, I got it. I figured something was missing. Don't worry, you're not missing the sky. It's always been there. And Anon's bald head. Alright, someone has to stand up to her eventually or she'll keep doing it and thinking she can get away with it. You stood up to her after all. I did because I too value my self-respect. At least I do now. For whatever the reason, Anon, I owe you a debt of gratitude. What's the same? Alright, load. I wanted to get even with Mia for your sake. It just wasn't for them. I wanted to get even with Mia for the shit she's done to you. So where was the revenge? I don't see her on the ground with blood coming out of her head. I was sorely tempted to, believe me. And then what was the point? I couldn't just do nothing. Well, that's exactly what you did anyway. Yeah, this is definitely the bad choice. Olivia, I'm really sorry for last year. I'm sorry of taking advantage of you alongside of Mia. She pressured me and Kiara into doing it. But I know that doesn't make it right. But you did it anyway, and that's why I hate you and Ben both. Okay, same stuff. Load Mia. We didn't endure it the last time, did we? I can't fight Mia as much as I'd like to try, but I can't let her see us running away with our collective tails between our legs. The proverbial and the literal. I can't do anything except just be there for Olivia and wait for her to leave of her own volition. So was it worth it, honey? Was it worth stabbing a friend in the back? I mean, I'd normally applaud that kind of gumption and lateral thinking, if only you didn't start crying about it. As it's true what they say about baryonyx is having low impulse control. In the grand scheme of things, what you did wasn't too smart. It was just wanting that instant gratification. And only after you got it, when people were complimenting Inko's hard work, did you start to get nervous. Did you think he'd rat on you? You would have found out sooner or later, after all. It must have been such a relief that night. You went over to his house to nurse his sick ass, and he stupidly poisoned himself on his homemade remedy. Hell, maybe it was you who gave him that idea. No, I would never do that. Wouldn't you? Olivia starts growling again. Actually, I guess you wouldn't have. That's too clever for you. You may be talented, but you still ain't very smart. Shut the fuck up, Mia. Or what? Growl. I start to wonder if maybe we can take her... I'm starting to wonder if maybe we can take her together, but no, that wouldn't be a good idea. Mia was right about Olivia having low impulse control. I knew the same applied to her as well, and the last thing I wanted was for them to kill each other. I sure as shit didn't want to see Olivia go to jail for ripping Mia's arm off with her jaws. I hear her move behind me, and I position myself to stay in front of her. Get out of my way, Anon. To which he says, Skinny, let her fight her own battles. No, I'm serious. So am I. Let this bitch let this bitch run mouth all she wants. You mind rephrasing that, Skinny? Shit, damn mumbling. What, you lose your balls again? Repeat that one more time. I don't like the way you're looking at me, Anon. Look somewhere else, then. At least I was prepared for it this time. Mia's knuckles make contact for the second time and pain explodes on the point of impact. Still better me than Olivia. Olivia's growling returns with renewed fury. Damn you, Mia! It's alright, Olivia. It didn't even hurt. Bravado. I make friends with the concrete once more, and now Mia's kicking me. The disorientation of the boot jabbing me repeatedly in my ribs makes it hard for me to take into account the screaming above me. Oh, fuck, please don't do anything stupid, Olivia. Kicking stops, and I look up from my fetal position to see Olivia's jaws clamped onto Mia's arm. The Parasaur's leather jacket provides some protection, but I know the baryonyx could easily rip her arm off now if she wanted. Fighting through the pain, I reach up and tug on Olivia's arm. Don't. I can see fear in Mia's face. It would have been gratifying at any other time, but I'm just worried now for Olivia's sake. Leave him alone! Alright, Olivia, alright, I'm done. Mia walks away, I think. It's hard to tell. I keep drifting in and out. Another voice chimes in, but I'm not sure who it is. Just maintaining consciousness is becoming more difficult. A pair of arms wrap around my right arm, and I look up, and I'm just able to make out Liz, her face etched with worry. Can you stand? With effort, I push myself up into a crouching position, then try to stand on wobbly legs. Olivia's arms are around my left arm. Both Dino Girls hoist me up. Do you need to go to the hospital? No, I just want to go home. Shuffling to Liz's car, which almost felt as familiar as inviting to me now as my apartment, I slide into the back seat. My head flops back against the headrest. I groan and try to take stock of where I hurt. My jaw definitely hurt. Mia had punched me twice this time. And my teeth felt a little loose. And there were numerous spots of pain in my chest, and even a few on my legs and arms. This is worse than the stairs. Oh, here, almost felt like I'd taken a tumble down a flight of stairs. Outside the car, I can hear Liz struggle a bit to get Olivia's chair into her trunk. I wanted to help her, but was in no condition to. Hey, where's Olivia? I look to my left. At some point, she had gotten in the opposite side. She's gazing at me through tear-rimmed eyes that plead. I'm sorry. I speak in a slur. You didn't do anything. I'm the one who ran my stupid mouth. Liz pulls up to the curb outside my place. I stumble out of the back seat and try to help her with Olivia's chair, but nearly pass out in the process. Don't worry, I've got this. Olivia hops into her chair from the back seat. Are you sure you'll be fine? Yeah, I just want to go inside and lie down. Okay, take care, both of you. I nearly dropped the keys from just trying to jam them into the door. Lurching inside, I stumble to my bed and lay on my back. Where does it hurt? Oh, everywhere. Do you still have that balm from when I ran over your foot? I draw in a painful breath. Should still be in the medicine chest. Shops out of her chair. Undress. Undress! What? She puts on a robotic monotone. Your clothes, give them to me. Oh, give them to me. I get it. I'd rather not. How the hell am I supposed to apply the balm? I'll do it myself. I try to get up, but she hops up onto my bed and lays her tail across my chest. The appendage pins me down. Take off your shirt or I'll rip it off. Go ahead, I got spares. She raises a hand and extends her claws with a wicked smile. No, alright, fine. Clumsily, I sit up and remove my jacket and shirt. Thank God PE had made me thinner and more muscular. She takes a look at my bruised physique and gives a small whimper. Then she pushes me back and tenderly applies the ointment. Victor needs to be muted, it seems like. Oh god. You know what? I need to go and, just mute words, I feel like. Oh. I don't want to do it, but I feel like I have to. I feel delirious between the throbbing in my head and the pain in my abdomen, and the alarms from the dino girl gently rubbing balm onto me. When she's coated the bruise in a thin layer of ointment, she applies some bandages from the small satchel she used for her home ec classes. She then leans over to me to inspect my face. Talk to me straight, doctor. Will I ever face model again? She smiles, her husky rasp coming out in a purr. You could, if you plan on modeling as Frankenstein. That's Frankenstein's monster. She leans closer, caressing the right side of my face gently. It still stung like hell. Her snout is an inch away from me now, and I can feel her breath. Those yellow orbs, like lamplights with a silver flame, take up my entire vision. Breathing feels difficult, though not from the pain in my chest. I lean forward just a little. She moves back into a sitting position, a red tint on her cheeks. I'll be right back. I hear her open the fridge. When she returns, she places a juicy steak on my face. I gasp in release at the sudden moist coolness. Hold that there and I'll go make you dinner. Yes, Nurse Olivia. She giggles. Shut it. I hear her pan fry another steak and making mashed potatoes. The smell makes my stomach rumble. I don't know getting your ass kicked could work up such an appetite. When she returns, it's with a steak cooked rare. She wouldn't cook it any other way, and some mashed potatoes with gravy and corn. I sit up in bed, still holding the steak to my face. You gonna eat that? I take the steak away from my face. It no longer feels cold to the touch, just slightly warm and a little bloody. I hand her the steak and, no surprise, she devours it raw. Her fangs rend the meat, making short work of it. She licks her lips. So where's the Olivia munch gif? We need an Olivia munch. So that's what you taste like. Not gonna have to watch my background you from now on? No more than you already do. She sits beside me as I dig into the meal. She's holding a can of brand name soda for me. I take it from her whenever I need a liquid refreshment. Her tail curls around my waist and her hand gently traces circles on my back. The meal reinvigorates me, at least making me feel less like some crazy fucking parasaur chick had kicked me repeatedly. The saltiness from the steak even enhances the flavor of the carbonated beverage. My dino waifu wraps her arms around my right elbow and rests her snout on my shoulder. My hero. Since when was getting beat up by a girl and then saved by yet another girl an act of heroism? You took it like a champ. I've seen T-Rexes cower in front of Mia, and they couldn't have taken a beating as well as you. Guess I'm not so squishy. Humans are only squishy on the outside, but they're still surprisingly resilient. I set an empty plate on the floor. Guess that makes me feel a little better. What Mia said, it's all true. I knew we'd have to talk about this sooner or later, even before today. Guess there was no avoiding it. Hang on, I'll get it. Oh, better not. You know how this neighborhood is. Then we hear a muffled voice. And, oh no, it's... Oh no! Oh no, not the teacher. Lean on. Christy. Olivia walks to the door on her knees and answers. Olivia, may I come in? Sure, Miss Tolbert. Hi, Christy. How'd you know what happened? Wait, what? How did she even know what happened? Like, she didn't even say anything about it. She just showed up. Liz texted me. Why haven't you gone to the police and filed a report yet? I couldn't exactly walk to the nearest station in the shape I was in. Liz could have driven you there. I just wanted to go home and rest. I understand, but you should really report this. Come with me, the both of you. I've grown at the prospect of having to leave and explain the whole incident. Alright, if you insist. I was about to tell him something important. I see. Does it have to do with what happened? Sort of. I'm aware that Mia tried to harm you last year. Yeah, I guess she's still bitter about being expelled and wanted to take it out on someone. Hate to ask, but could you give Anon and me some privacy? This is getting too weird. I don't want to make her wait outside. I guess I can wait then. It's about last year's art contest, isn't it? And how Mia figured out what you had done and used that to blackmail you. What's with the weird bass? Wow, wow, wow. You knew? Yes, I've always known. Idakin left me a letter for you when I accepted the position. So this whole time... Guess you must think I'm a pretty lousy person. I wouldn't be a very good art teacher if I did. Wait, so Idakin knew? He did. She told him everything when Miss Moretti tried to assault her. Although he had already figured out their subterfuge for himself. Style's a dead giveaway. Via, Lunar, and Kiara couldn't have hoped to pass those off as those pieces as their own. Is Miss Tolbert short? Is she only a little taller than Olivia sitting down? But it seems like you know as well, or at least partially aware. Damien came over about a week ago when we decided to have Olivia stay with me for a while. They didn't really say anything, but I could figure out what they were talking about. I see. But Olivia, do you still want to get it off your chest now? I guess I still want to, but why did Idakin tell you? Let's just say that's between he and I. No. Well, it's true. I broke into Anko's account, and that Liz helped him set up because he wanted to enter one of his photography pieces in the contest. And I swapped out his piece with one of my own. That's because he wanted an unfiltered opinion, right? Yes, guess you're pretty disappointed in me. I won't sugarcoat it, I am. It's also doubly disappointing to know the best painting in school wasn't done by a fellow skinny, just showing a dino supremacist like you how it's done. You would be disappointed by that. But it's true, I did that to him. I've hated myself for it ever since. I can tell something's been bothering you this whole time. This track is from Wani, but I think it's unused, really! And they didn't put it in the album thing. That's crazy. I can tell something's been bothering you this whole time. And now you know. Hang on, is there anything you'd like to ask Olivia? Her question surprises me. I did have questions in mind, but was it even right to ask Olivia in her current state? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Choices upon choices. Goodbye, Fang. No, I don't have any questions. No, not really. I guess we should go now and get this over with. Christy looks disappointed, but doesn't press me further. We leave in Christy's car, and she drives us to the nearest police station. Are we gonna be running into Ripley? We're there for a couple of exhausting hours, explaining everything that had happened in detail. Mia already had a rap sheet, and this was just another thing to add to her list of crimes, including assault, vandalism, and trespass. Is it one of the No. No. That's all demo stuff. I would have remembered if this was in there. The base is very unique. It was at least gratifying to know that she'd get hers for this, though also worrying since it would give her more reason to come after me and Olivia again. I bring up this worry to Christy, and she tells me she's more than happy to give us both rides if we need them. And watch my back and skin row was bad enough without also having to worry about that evil bitch. Guess it was time to take Olivia's advice and buy a baseball bat. I'm relieved when Christy brings us back home. Thank Raptor Jesus that's over, and that it's Friday. Do you need anything? No, I'm good. I just want to crawl back into bed and sleep for 12 hours. You can stay up if you want. Just do me a favor and keep the volume low. I'm actually pretty tired myself, and sleep sounds good. Okay, then. I brush my teeth, though I have to brush my right side carefully. The brush head jabbing into my inner cheek was making me wince. Shuffling from the bathroom to my bed, I lay down slowly, still sore all over, and lie on my back. A sigh escapes me with the tension from the past few hours. Drains from me slowly, but not completely. Eyes closed, I let my mind drift. I'm too tired to think or to care about anything. That only helps sleep come quicker. I'm beginning to nod off. I'm in that half-sleep state, where you're just conscious enough to be aware of being partially asleep and able to enjoy it. I hear Olivia moving around into my apartment. It's comforting to know the dinosaur girl who's been my roommate is there with me. It's even more comforting when I can hear her arm around me and her tail. Oh, Raptor Jesus, the girl I like is in bed with me. Staying calm, Anon. Just stay calm. Olivia? A scaly finger lays across my lip. Hush. I dare to look down. Her tail is wrapped around my left ankle, and oh geez, she's not wearing her pants. Oh no, oh no, this is the 70 pounds all over again. In the scant light of the half-closed curtains, I can barely make out her underwear. My left hand jerks away from her legs, hitting my thigh with a slap. The thought of touching her had crossed my mind for a nanosecond. Surely if I did give in to such lewd temptations, she'd realize her mistake, bite my face, then leave. Looking to my left, a green snout wearing a grin is near my shoulder. She blinks at me sheepishly. Relax, Anon. Her arm across my chest hugs me tighter, and she begins to make a bellowing sound similar to a cat purring. She nuzzles her snoot into my neck, and the air from her nostrils hit my skin in moist puffs. I see someone got muted. Oh, Lord. Oh. It's just a dream, Anon. That's all it is. You just fell asleep and this is all a dream, so just go with it. I close my eyes and let the feeling of the purring, well-endowed baryonyx overtake me. Olivia, I like you. I like you. Yeah, this is what Anon was talking about, but, like, we never saw this scene. We didn't see this scene until now. I like you too. But I guess he could, because he does say it afterwards, oh, I must have just dreamed it. So it kind of works. Olivia and I wake up, both slept a very long time. This time I make us breakfast, albeit under her supervision. Yeah, it's the same stuff. Same stuff. Same stuff. Same stuff. Let's see if there's like a bad ending if we just keep going. Get even. Study at her place. I doubt there's anything new, but I just want to roll with it. That's just same old, ain't it? Yeah, okay. Let's ask that question. How could you do that to him? Ever since figuring it out from just listening to Olivia and Damien talk, it had been in the back of my mind for the entire week. I had been suspending my judgment on that matter, trying not to think about it. Reload. No ending yet. Jokes aside, the situation screams to me, why not? Oh boy. I have 70 alternate accounts. And just keep getting muted. But now? Now I couldn't help but feel annoyed with her. Olivia, from what I heard from Damien and Liz, Inco seemed like a really nice guy who wanted to make friends. How could you do that to him? I didn't think he'd care. Why? I'm not proud of it, but I thought he was just some pretentious midwit who only wanted attention. That seemed obvious from his designer clothes and how much he liked getting noticed just for being the only human. And look, I'm not trying to say that makes it right. I know what I did was a shitty thing to do. It's just that, right or wrong, I just had to. Why did you have to? I just did, okay? I had the perfect routine, clothes, breakfast, a little shitposting of my own before school, and it was just another day of writing it out and trying to go unnoticed. Until he showed up, then everything changed. What changed? That routine, I thought Inco would be just like everyone else. I saw something in him, though. Something I didn't want to see. He vouched for Inco because he thought he would be a good friend for me. He was afraid he'd be right, like he always was. Wait, I was afraid he'd be right, like he always was, and that I'd have to face knowing what I'd done to myself by shutting everyone out. So I swapped his entry with a work of my own. I kept hoping he'd catch on sooner or later so it would look like a mix-up and it would be fixed. But he didn't. So what? You wanted to get caught in the act? Yes. I thought you said you wanted an unfiltered opinion of your work. I wanted that too. I wanted both things. And then Mr. Nito, had he found out, would have put into a position where he would have either rejected your friendship or condescended to forgive you. I never wanted his forgiveness. Didn't you, though? Anakin told me in his letter that he found you mumbling. Please don't hit me, Inco. Please forgive me. God, he actually told you that? Why? Look, I don't need you both ganging up on me like this. I just had to do it. I just had to know that I could actually be somebody, that I could actually succeed, that I could actually win without anybody's pity. What about Inko? Didn't he have the right to know he could have won too? What do you care? You don't know him. Knowing you'd write him off as just another normie. Well, and that's just it. I didn't know him when I made the switch. I only had just met him and didn't think much of him. It wasn't until later that I realized how wrong I was. I just didn't know him yet. Oh no, more! More! Goodbye, Coolie Foolie. You're right, guess I'm no better. I couldn't deny what Olivia said. I knew what she did was wrong, but at the same time, I didn't really care all that much. I didn't know Inko, and even if I did, he didn't seem like someone I'd get along with, and I don't feel like arguing the point anyway. I guess you're right, I didn't know the guy at all, and frankly I'm too tired to care. Let's just go now. Oh, she's mad. Christy looks like she wants to say something, but is holding back. Okay, there's a whole lot of nothing. It was true that in spite of the growing things Liz and Damien said about Inko, I didn't think much of him. He did seem like a milquetoast normie with safe opinions and no interests of his own. But I, of all people, would never have done that. And you really think not knowing someone makes it okay to do that? Damn, Hoshin really stealing my work. To be honest, let's just ban this guy completely. He seems like he's not getting the picture. Stop being a weirdo, yeah. Yeah, there's a time and a place to be weirdos. Not on YouTube. You gotta control your power levels. Oh please, look who's talking, Mr. Shitposter Extraordinaire. Yeah, I do things that get under people's skin. That's not the same thing as hacking into their account to mess with their lives. I wasn't. She grows low. Alright, fair enough. I did mess with his life and his own chances at winning the legit contest. Okay, I know this is super autistic, but the idea just came to mind that there's going to be someone out there who's going to make like an Anon and Rebecca crossover fucking mod. It's probably going to happen, and it's going to be awkward. I know that, and I felt really guilty about it ever since. So why are you trying to make me feel guilty now? Honestly, I'm not. I just wanted to know why. Like you said, you feel guilty about this already. If you don't confront it now, it's probably going to continue to eat away at you. Believe me, Anon, it's already taken its toll on me. I thought I was miserable before, but I didn't know what miserable was until I did this to myself. That's all because of Ben. How is he involved? What do you mean, how is he involved? I told you what he did to me. He ruined me in the 9th grade. Whatever hope I had in myself and everyone else he took and... he just broke it. He did it for his own personal gain. No, our personal gain. That's what he told me. Isn't Rebecca just Olivia dialed up to 11? Yeah. Essentially. Like, I called that out, like, the first time I saw the sprites and her, like, emotional, her emoting stuff. Good soldiers follow orders. Do you feel like a hero yet? That someday maybe we just somebody mad enough to come up with their idea and framework to make it work. Engine Zero Tolbert reveals she was Miss Roberts all along. Oh no. Rebecca's way different. Her legs work. Using other people's pity is my only chance to succeed. My safety net. That's what he said. And I'm terrified that he's right. And though it's his fault that I'm like this. Oh boy. Goodbye, hospital bed. The way weight of it all is just too much. Olivia's problems weren't going to be solved by a stern lecture from me, of all people. I feel like this is the Fang rooftop moment, isn't it? How did I end up in this whole mess? This was far from what I'd wanted. I guess it can't be helped now. What's the point? Guess we should get going now. Alright, if you're sure you don't have anything more to say. Okay, reload. Time for the base again. Your excuses are meaningless. Maybe Ben did fuck her over, but that was no excuse for what she did to Inko. Hell, she should have known better if anything. I know what Ben did to you was terrible, but you can't use that as an excuse for what you did. Excuse? Yes. Fuck you, Anon. I'm sorry I made you dinner. Feel that way, but that doesn't change the fact that you're trying to lessen your blame in all this. Oh, go to hell. You think I wanted to be a sad, miserable cripple who gets taken advantage of? You think Inko wanted to get taken advantage of? She growls low again. No. Ben didn't make you do what you did. That's on you and only you. You can't keep running away from responsibility. Yeah, women in responsibility nowadays. I remember the Video Game Awards where Olivia was posted there as best representation of women. Oh, God, you're a hypocrite. I'm sorry, what? You're a hypocrite. Yeah, I'll admit I fucked up hard and did something to Inko no better than what Ben did to me. But for you to say I'm running away is bullshit. The whole reason why you're even here now is because you ran away from your problems. Olivia, that's enough. Renan is right about you trying to run away from responsibility. Don't you dare throw it back at him. Now everyone's mad. No, actually, she's right. I did run away. Those embarrassing pictures of me I made in Photoshop with my waifus got plastered all over. That's all I wanted to do. I begged and pleaded like a little kid for my dad to send me away because I thought life as I knew it there was over. Kind of feel for Inko in this, not gonna lie. Kind of awkward that Tolbert is here for all this. Oh. Looking back, though, I could have stayed and ridden it all out. Knowing what I know now, maybe I could have tried harder to endear myself more instead of doing what I always did and keeping to myself while making snide comments from a distance. Yeah, I did run away, Olivia. And I think that's all we've been doing this whole week. I'm proud of you, Anon. Thanks. Guess I didn't know I had it in me. Well, I always did. Olivia sighs heavily. I could have come forward to scale her about what I had done, but I didn't. I was scared of ruining my life because I wanted to graduate and get a scholarship. And yet I haven't even been trying hard to do that. My grades suck, and all I can do is feel bad about myself and run away to Anons when I act like a brat to my godparents. And I look at this as a wake-up call. Look at this as a wake-up call, Olivia. If you want to make your past failures mean anything, you have to try harder to not fail now. Now I owe a lot to Inko, and that much at least. Can I ask why Idekin didn't tell Scalar or anyone else but you? All I can tell you is he wanted you to succeed and be happy. He was never afraid to bend the rules a little if he thought it was necessary. He also told me, have faith in her and find another student to have faith in. So, yeah. Alrighty, what else is there? Let's save and load. Okay, this. You can stop it makes you nervous. Between the two of us, you sound more nervous than I. What do you mean? And you told me that twice now, like you need my permission to keep teasing me. She scoffs. I don't need your permission to tease you. Well, sounds like this isn't really teasing then. Hey! Something had whipped me in the ass hard enough to have probably left a mark. Crap, sorry. Slowing her tail like it would get away from her. Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. That's a lie, though. I'm gonna feel that for the rest of the day. Wonder if Mia got slapped like that. Same old, same old. And this is back here again, where the demo kind of left off, I think. Last demo. Yeah. So yeah, we've ran through it all. Probably go back to the main menu. Pretty good so far. Oh, see if I can sit up this time. Oh. Got the video awards happening. Yeah, it's on the 16th. I don't know if they'd like get mad if I were to stream it or something. Bro, I can't wait for Inko to show up. You missed it. He was awake. So it's probably going to be the next update. I'd love to see what it was like at rock bottom for Anon. Yeah, there'd be no dinosaurs, though. I guess there's no dinosaurs in the Midwest. Olivia lunges out of her chair. I mean, they wouldn't really be there in the winter, for sure. Sure, Miss Tolbert, I thought all those teachers trying to steal Anon for herself, mentions in the live chat, were just jokes. Yeah. Well, we got other workshop mods to go through. Maybe that'll be the next one thing in like 2 days. We'll just knock out some mods, or at least tinker with them. We'll see what there is to see, and then after that will be the new devlog stuff, and then we'll go through the encore stuff. And then, pretty sure by that time, Mega Love Mania will drop. I'm hoping the blind date thing, that one will drop. Next update won't be for a few months, sorry. Well, I got a lot of backlogging to do. I was probably going to throw up another stream right after this one. Well, I want to go eat first. And then I'll probably throw up another stream with Fate. I want to actually beat that game for once. Are there any updates on Coda? Probably not. He hasn't even been posting in the Discord. He kind of, I guess he just died or something. Well, not like died, but, you know, just fall off. He was kind of active in the Discord for a bit, and then just poofed. Encore got moved. Yeah, I saw that. I'm wondering how it's going to perform. Maybe dino snowbirds who only visit the Midwest in summer when it's hot and humid. So you're talking about fangs. Yeah. I'll throw up the ending stream. See if, well, roll call's probably... Where'd my phone go? Roll call's probably heading out. At 24, that's not bad. See you soon then, yeah. Claire claimed another victim. Died to the bunny. Claire comes for us all. Thank you for the stream. No problem. I like doing this. I like sharing Snoot and Wani. They're always a good time. Anyway, I'm gonna probably head out and get some food in me, so I'll see you guys in probably 10-15 minutes. And if not, I'll see you in like 2 days.